now all here. We are going to be down Farron for this evening. She is her flight got delayed in Boston, so she's not going to be able to make the game.
Oh shit.
Um, so we are going to soldier on uh, without her, or rather, with her in spirit.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, so let's go ahead and uh, get started. Last time, you all made arrangements and set out on this mission to locate a to locate an ancient dwarven hold created by a master dwarven smith some centuries ago. Uh, at some point, according to what you've heard, it vanished, but was then very recently rediscovered, uh, currently under the sway of pirates. Uh, the dwarves of Saltmarsh are convinced that there is a cache of weapons and armor made from superior Durgadin steel
Mm-hmm.
that will give the Alliance the edge against the Sahagan when they launch their attack. An attack that the Alliance has sort of maneuvered itself into readiness for in a couple of weeks. So you guys have that much time to get there, uh, break these pirates' hold of the place, and get a hold of the this cache of weapons, of which you are all basically, as the people doing the heavy lifting, gonna get first dibs on stuff in, and then haul the rest back so it can be distributed to the militia that is going to launch this attack. On the journey, uh, you were attacked by Sahagan, being led by a massive shark that, uh, as Ilix attempted to dominate, realized was blessed by Sekolah, the shark god, the the gleeful hunter. Uh, but despite these blessings, you repelled the Sahagan and his slew this prized beast. Whereupon you hauled it up onto deck, and the ship's cook Falf has begun carving it up because it's going to be shark steaks for the next couple of days at least.
I did want to make a nature check on the shark before it got carved up.
Certainly. Go ahead and I'll let you go ahead and do that. What particularly are you trying to find out about it?
I'm just. It was controlled. It's one of those things I kind of want to like. And it's also a huge fucking shark. I kind of just want to learn a bit more about it. And if it's like. If there's something about it that's different than sharks I might know, if that's a reason why Sekala liked this shark other than other sharks, etc.
Right. Well,
That's...
though you have never seen one before today, sharks of this size are naturally occurring. Uh, they're probably a lot rarer. Their size demanding like a certain amount of territory and a certain amount of food that they pull in, but they are certainly naturally occurring. The only special thing, perhaps, about this one is that it was apparently just more difficult to wrest control of than a normal beast might.
Cool. Thank you.
Why that is, you couldn't say.
Well, I think we could
Got it.
say it's blessed by Sekala. Right? Wouldn't that be a normal thing to expect?
Uh, But carving this thing up, Fulf is like, "Oh, these are gonna. This is a good haul, Captain. We're gonna be eating well for a while." Yes. Well, do work quickly. Don't want this stinking up the deck for very long. And Captain Locke will return to the aft castle uh, and resume the uh, his captaining. Fulf sort of like taps a couple of you to help him and some of the other non-officer crew to sort of pull this thing apart. And by the time the sun reaches its zenith and then dips low again, uh, the sh- all the best bits of the shark have been sort of packed away, and the worst bits have just been hucked over the side. You are followed for a while by a team of sharks that sort of delight in this free meal you toss them. No loyalty among sharks, it seems. But beyond, eventually the rain breaks, uh, and a and it looks like a clear night ahead. Was there anything Was there anything any of you wished to do with any amount of that day, or any of your fellow party members, or anybody on this boat really that you would like to actually talk to?
Well, with the shark, the only thing I was interested in is like, did it have anything interesting in its
Okay.
belly?
Oh, hold on, Rhodia, you're muted.
Oh. Do.
Or his mic may not be working.
Hello, hello.
Nope.
Oh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, all right. Still put on push to talk from previously. Let me fix that for a sec. Okay, we should be good now.
Okay.
Yeah. So, I wanted to see if this thing had anything interesting in its belly.
Oh. Uh.
Eat any rich swimmers
What?
recently?
Oh. Um. You. Let me think. Uh. It's. I'm not gonna make you roll or anything.
It's also okay to say that
you
it just hasn't been eating people recently. So
Yeah, you were carving it up, so you managed to get a look at the insides of its stomach. And it looked like it actually had not eaten very much at all recently.
hungry boy.
Like it had been perhaps starved to increase its frenzy.
Okay, doke.
But the sun goes down, and it is the evening. Would any of you care to participate in Night Watch? It is
Me.
not. It is not required.
I'll keep a lookout during the darkest shift. I think is the second or third.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Thereabouts.
Yeah, I think it looks into a shift.
Okay. Same shift or different shift?
Same. Why not?
Sure.
Okay. All right. Ilix, you and Argos are doing your shit. Are on Night Watch together. Is there anything you'd like to discuss while it's late night skeleton crew on deck?
Argos pretty much during this night shift. Argos will simply be happily taking care of his blade, using a whetstone to like gently sharpen it, cleaning off, like make sure it's like super sparkly,
Oiling it to make sure
oiling it.
well, make sure all this briny air and moisture doesn't, like,
Right, of course. It's a good piece, you know.
Mhm.
And he's gonna repeat the same question he's done before, looking at Elix and be like, um, Elix, you're a smart lady. What happens if you read something that is written in Abyssal?
I mean, you read it. I don't. It's you are able to read something in Abyssal. It's not a. I mean, I guess there are some spells that might be in Abyssal. That could be a problem, but that's more a question for Nerissa. Have you read something in Abyssal lately?
Well, no, I mean, no, I did not. But I talked with Nerissa when she inspected the blade to be sure that it's not cursed, and apparently it's not. But the text on it is Abyssal, so I don't know if you read Abyssal, something is gonna come up and be like, I accidentally invited a demon lord to come up to the ship, and then we all have to serve him, and you know how the stories usually end.
Right, not good. I no, I'm sorry, I don't speak Abyssal. But
Well, what if what if that's the trick? What if you don't speak Abyssal, but you read it like as it looks? I don't think that would count. Do you think?
Elix is just kind of giving him a look, trying to like figure out the logic, both in her head and his, and it's kind of like, I mean, if you can't read it, I guess that's its own thing. But magic items are its. Sometimes you don't need to read it for it to do a thing,
Oh yeah, no, that's good. I mean, I don't think you were seeing, but I was slicing and dicing those poor bastards earlier today. It was a lot of fun. This thing handles like a beaut.
It was fun.
Yes, you should have seen it. They didn't stand a chance. It was like cutting through butter.
Elix is just kind of giving him a little head tilt. I was like, all right.
And he's like, no, go ahead.
No, so I was like, I'll skip by, the murder. Because we're all murdering these Sahagin. And enjoying it. But, I mean, do you feel... I gotta ask, does it feel different than your normal murder? Lust?
It's like, huh. That's a very good point. I never actually thought about it the philosophical way. I mean, it's kind of odd because they're bad creatures from what Nerissa tells us, so I should feel bad for killing them. I should have joy. But then again, I've never really felt bad of anyone that I've killed before. So, no? Still feels the same?
I'm not sure if joy is the proper word. I think perhaps, I mean, I guess, Argos. There's some things you say sometimes. But I actually, that's I guess if it's on me, I wasn't talking, I guess, philosophical. I meant more along the lines of, do you feel like killing more or less since you got a blade with Abyssal on it?
I don't know. We'll see. Like, if during the trip I start doing a little bit murdery, perhaps it would be a good time for you to be like, take a moment to breathe. But I think it's exciting. Let's see what the future is ahead of us.
Oh, all right. So you're saying we should keep an eye out. All right. I'm going to keep an eye out.
Yeah,
and
I don't know how.
Let the others know as well that they should keep an eye out if you get more murdery. Arcos, let's let us know if you're feeling different. All right.
Yeah, I'll definitely. I mean, you'll probably notice before I do, because I usually think it as normal. But yes, definitely. You got my word on that.
Okay. Good. Well, so far it seems like a good blade. Just, Just,
So-
yeah.
You do not feel anything when you kill people, Elix? Like, you have killed people on our trips.
Yeah, don't you feel anything, Elix? Come on.
Exactly.
You're right,
Ooh.
I feel nothing.
No, The turn to the dark side has begun,
Yeah.
people.
No, Ilix will kind of look out across the ocean as Argos asks her that. And she'll take a moment and she'll say, I feel things, Argos, but that doesn't always... I feel the regret that they had to die, and I feel a bit of exhilaration that I lived. But I don't get a joy. I don't get a depression or a sadness. I've lived a while. And people die. And I'm sad of it. And I wish they didn't. And I wish I didn't have to do it all the time. Or any time. But sometimes it's you or someone else.
Right on, sister. And Argos will extend his little paw for a fist bump.
And she'll just kind of fist bump and pat Argos kind of up.
Exactly. The chin scratches, like.
Yeah.
So
She's too short to get to chin, but like.
right. Her pause for a second, be like, wait a minute. How old are you? You look like 20, 25?
I'm not a baby, Argos.
What? That's not. No, 25 is a good age. That's.
I mean, for gnomes, we live hundreds of years.
I think gnomes do like
200.
Sure. I think they do
They-
much
oh, yeah.
better normally.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I mean,
But Argus doesn't, so he can definitely believe that.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, 25 is an adult, but that's a young adult. I lived almost 100 years.
I was like, does a classic spit take with his thing drink? 100? Are you shitting me?
No. That's...
Goddamn. So you're like one of those elves that can just leave forever then?
No. Gnomes don't live forever. We would live about 200, 300 years.
Man, that is a long time. I think we live up to like 80, 90 years old. I think Tabaxis would be similar to humans, right? Or a little bit shorter.
It's pretty similar to humans.
Yeah. Holy moly! I hope I can reach your 100 years old. That would be a miracle.
I mean, I'm going to do my best to make sure you can.
Thanks.
But yeah, no, it's been both a long and a short 100 years.
Wait a
But I
minute.
guess
Argos possibly like. Does that mean you've killed more people than I have, just by pure time calculations?
it's entirely possible.
Oh man.
It turns into a competition.
Oh, yeah, this is healthy.
Yeah, this is not healthy. And then Alex will look at Argos kind of immediately intuiting that and go,
Yeah.
yeah, you kill more generally than I do, Argos, so...
Yeah, but like it's the numbers that people tend to look at first, not the method of execution. That means I gotta boost my
No.
numbers, girl.
No, it doesn't. I am sure you killed more people than I did, Argos. I haven't lived the life you did. I've had my own adventures, but those also weren't all murdering people either.
Ah, well, must have been nice, I guess. Growing up in forests, just chilling out in the open. it's it's true. Like after the like death number 6 or 10, it starts to become all the same. But I don't know. Sometimes I wish what would have happened if I would have just grow up back in my home. Just run into the wild and do whatever we do, because never figure it out. Plus, there's not a lot of tabaxis in the Sword Coast, which sometimes makes me stand out a little bit.
No, I understand. Sometimes I wonder if my family never left the island we are from. What that would have been like too. So I get it.
Well, if we come out of this whole thing alive, it'd be a nice touch to go back to the island, see if they're still there.
No. Family's not there anymore. They're not anywhere.
Oh, sorry.
It's alright. It was a while ago.
Yeah, almost 100 years. Perhaps it's easier to forget.
No. Should never forget Argos. Don't forget. It's the remembering that keeps them alive.
And he'll do the pensive like look into the ocean. Is like, well, perhaps you're right. And he'll just silently pull his sword back and continue the watch.
Same.
Would the two of you please make perception checks for me?
Yes, sure.
Hey.
To the south, the sort of the south, southeast-ish,
Mm-hmm.
you spot what look like distant lights on the horizon. This isn't the same direction you saw them. They were more kind of like northeast of you the previous night, and you see more of them, though they look pretty far away from each other. Hard to tell in the night, and when all you can sort of see is is just like the dots of just faintly flickering light out there. But that's all you see throughout your watch. Morning comes, you may all benefit as though from a long rest. I'm gonna go ahead and click long rest for Farron as well.
Thank you, sir.
And nothing disturbs you in the night. Today looks much more clear, if a little blustery. A strong wind, and the crew seems pretty happy with this. If at some point during the day, Captain Locke will call you up and inform you that you should be arriving near Stonetooth sometime this afternoon, and to make whatever preparations you'd like before then. Because if this place really is held by pirates, you may have to fight to get there. And if it's a whole lot of pirates, well, you'll have to figure something else out, maybe.
What if we snuck in underwater?
Oh yeah, in the morning I will cast water breathing again.
Yeah.
Ritual.
All right.
80 dubs.
Then everybody's got water breathing for the next 24 hours.
Are we able to swim underneath everything? Like, what do we have our normal speed as swimming, or we just have water breathing, right?
The spell only
you all-
provides water breathing, yeah.
There's just
Yeah.
water breathing. Okay.
But we've got a few items to provide us with swimming speeds. And then barring that, we can just swim normally,
Mm-hmm.
which is slower, but, you know, it makes progress.
Mm-hmm. I mean, completely up to you guys. Like, but the thing is, if we sneak through the pirate fleet, don't then when we find the treasure, the ship still has to go through it.
Well, I mean, the treasure that we find, we've got 2 bags of holding. Presuming we got the bodies out of them, so, you know.
I think we did, yeah.
Oh, man. Got body all over my gold. I think exfiltrating that stuff isn't going to be terribly bad.
I mean, as the pirate decides, Argos could go either way.
Yeah, it might not even be necessary, but it's a good thing to keep in mind as an option.
I also would have informed the captain about the lights again, Mr. DM.
Mhm.
Ah.
Mm-hmm.
He will, he'll call up to Warder Neves, up in the crow's nest, and ask him if he sees anything out in that direction. Now that you've got the day, now that you've got the sunlight, and he initially says doesn't see anything, but the captain says, yeah, keep a lookout in that direction, see if anybody's trying to sneak up behind us or something.
Mm-hmm.
And the captain shrugs and says, well, until they get close enough for us to spot them, there's really not a whole lot we can do about it. They may be just as weary of us as we are of them.
How often would you say pirate attacks happen in these waters, Captain?
Out here, probably not very frequently. But, more along reliable, known trade routes. I just now remembered what my accent was.
He hasn't had his coffee yet, that's why.
But mostly it would be along probably trade routes between Kaoland and Ews. Almost exclusively, really. But now that trade with the mainland has opened up again, I'm sure they'll be focusing some of their forces out that way as well.
Mm-hmm.
But since we are sailing to what is presumably a pirate den, you can rest assured there will be pirate attacks. Though hopefully it will be us doing the attacking.
Yeah, I like that.
So, is there anything anybody would like to do on this day, sort of as part of that getting ready process? That please speak up. Otherwise, we're going to try to move on.
Do we know anything about the... what was the name of the island again that we were headed to?
The Stonetooth.
Stonetooth. Do we know anything about it that's going to, like, be able to prepare us?
It is the navigator, Anfleth, will provide some information. It has, like, there's very little current knowledge of it. Beyond that, it is an island maybe uh, maybe about a mile across, that has a like a sharp pointed mountain sort of on it, like right in its center. Um, and the island for the most part is just covered in jungle up to this mountain peak that is kind of bare. This white, almost white stone uh, tooth like thing poking up out of the center of the island. It supposedly has some coves around it. Might be one of them presumably would be a place where that was the original kind of docking area for coming onto this island. It shouldn't have any settlements on it. The settlement in question was the dwarven fortress that was built into the mountain, but who knows what has happened since the island sort of vanished.
Okay. And do we know where to look for the forge or the habitation of this dwarf guy? My money's gonna be on the mountain, but
Yeah, the mountain. There should be probably an ancient trail that leads to some that would lead to this like the gates, the normal gates to this place.
okay.
When she says when you guys get closer, you'll probably be able to get more information. But they do have some supplies. Since this thing's in a mountain, maybe a climber's kit.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But I believe I already have one. No, I don't have a climber's kit. We have grappling hooks.
They could sort of pull together some of their materials and sort of assemble two climbers kits for you if you need them.
Okay, that'd be good.
Okay, they will do that. Who among you would like a climber's kit?
I'll carry one.
Okay, Rhodia. Go ahead.
I have
You're very good at climbing.
I am. I was imagining like Rodeo would be a lead climber and set the things up so that it's easier to follow.
Argos also has climbing speed, so he can help Rhodia securing the things. I got 20 feet of climbing movement.
Ilks is going to be bad at climbing. Just a heads up. Though I guess I could druid shape into something that climbs better.
Or Rhodia could backpack you because you're technically small.
Also true.
Yeah.
So all in all, we would get between 2 to 3 climbing kits. Did you say,
You
Mr.
would
DM?
you would get two.
2. Okay.
Rhodia has claimed one. You have a climber's. Like, to be fair, I think the only function of the climber's kit is to basically use an action to anchor yourself, and then you can't fall further than 25 feet away from wherever that anchor point was. So, yeah.
I could take the other one and also help with like maybe have like 2 lines of climbing. So something goes wrong, we can always have a backup and not just have to everyone single file down a rope.
Okay.
Argos, if I die, carry my body back. And
Okay.
then Rhodio's gonna trust fall on Argos.
Oh God.
I want it to happen like the classic, like Argos is expecting you to fall forward, but you fall backwards. I was like, no, wait, then boom.
No, I am just kidding. I am only
Right.
playing.
All right. I was like, I mean, I'll definitely try, buddy, but if our life is in danger, maybe I can just take like your favorite hand and we can bury that.
Favorite
Nice one.
hand.
Let the lore record state it. We already know Rhodio's favorite hand.
He really loved that hand. He was very attached to it.
Exactly.
Oh,
Oh my god.
Till the bitter
No.
end.
You're welcome.
no.
Jeez.
That was a good one. All right. Yeah. So I'll take the second one as well, and then help with the climbing whenever we need to.
Excellent. Go ahead and add that to your inventory.
We'll do, Chief.
It is about 1:30 or so in the afternoon. When Warder Neves from the Crow's Nest shouts, "Land ho!" In the direction he is pointing, you spot just a little speck of something unmoving on the horizon. And several members of the crew sort of go to the edge of the ship and kind of peer out at it. Up on the aft deck, or the aft castle, Captain Locke and Zrakver, the first mate, are exchanging the spyglass, taking turns like sort of peering at it, and sort of just kind of not like conspiratorially, but like sort of like quietly discussing it.
What do you guys see there over there? Everything good?
Say for yourself, and he will hand you the spyglass.
And I would make the archetypical pose for a captain to use the spyglass, but he'll see through the spyglass.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
16.
That's okay. You like it's a little, it takes a little practice, but you're able to find this speck on the horizon. The spyglass only doubles the size of what you're looking at, and you can make out kind of a lot like it's described. It's just like a little bit, like a little fang of rock poking up out of a just green, it just slopes off into green forest or jungle covered land as it sort of then vanishes into the ocean. Your guys are a bit far off to make out any greater detail than that.
It seems that there's a giant mountain, but are you sure that's the right island, Captain? It looks very small.
Anfrith just snaps at you. Of course it's the right island, but it's very far away.
I mean, I know. Yes, I didn't mean it small because it's far away. It's just I assume a dwarven stronghold there would be like a big island.
Well, the stronghold's probably underground.
And then there's that pause of like Argos realizing how dumb did you not realize, and it's just like fold the spyglass, be like, right, of course. They do love their mining, huh? And he'll return the spyglass.
It's thank you for the visual aid.
You're
It's probably it's like smaller than that. Uh, like eventually it'll be that close, but
I'm getting optimistic.
yeah.
I do believe we will get to this perspective point.
Yeah. So Zrakvar will say, so closer we get, the easier it is going to be to see our sails on the horizon. They may come after us. I say we just charge the island. Head right in, see what we get close enough to see what sort of forces we are dealing with. And then, if they are not many, we crush them.
I
What
like
if
this
we-
idea.
And if they are too many, maybe we go away and we think of something else.
What if we fly without a flag or pretend to be like a new pirate crew?
Deception.
Mm-hmm.
I do like it. We could probably scrounge together some sort of makeshift Jolly Roger.
Yeah. I mean, none of us have like shared uniforms whatsoever. Even if they look at us through something similar like the spyglass, we don't exactly look like the authorities.
There's a bit of a risk to it. Don't know who these pirates are. Could be they could be Sea Prince pirates, but we're a little far off. And again, not all pirates are super chummy with each other. Those who sail under the auspices of the Sea Princes work together to an extent. It is sort of a competition. But tell me more about this deception. Do you want to just pretend to be pirates and sail up? Do you suppose we should doctor our sails somewhat to make them look damaged, like we're coming into port for repairs? Might make us look a little more convincing.
Yeah, Captain. What if we flew the colors of the Sea Princes? Would that make us a good target or the bad target around here?
Well, probably a good, probably a bad target. Not a lot of pirates mess with the Sea Princes.
And this is up to the party because Argos might not remember very well. When we interrogated Huey, did he may have given us the color of the flag of the Sea Princes or no?
I don't know if he
Oh,
did.
Joey?
Yeah,
don't
sorry,
think so.
Doey.
I don't recall that he did.
Yeah, so if he didn't, then Argos would still ask because he heard about the name of the Sea Pirates, but he wouldn't know how the sail looks like. So.
But he could probably. He probably could have and may have described for you, like, what the flag of his ship that he was on looked like.
Mm-hmm.
I jotted that information down, and then I was like, oh, we'll probably never see this again. I don't need to remember this thing.
It was it was Gammy's ship, and it was the Soggy Bottom.
The Soggy Bottom.
Mm-hmm.
And that's probably, and the pirate crew was probably called the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Of course they are.
Of course.
And so, yeah. Well, let me. This is Dungeons and Dragons. I feel like I need to make a die roll of some kind.
Right.
Um, let's. What do I think are the odds that Dowie would have described it adequately? I'm gonna say they're somewhat high. Let's make it 60% chance. So I'm gonna roll a D100.
Yeah.
Now here's the thing. Do you want the over or the under? Rather, do you want 1 up to 60? He did have that information, or do you want 40 up to 100?
Oh. I don't know. Part of me says 1 to 60, but what does the party believe?
Fine by
Go
me.
high. We like
Go high?
numbers.
All right.
Okay, go high.
Okay.
40 to 100, Chief.
40 to 100.
Yeah.
75.
Nice.
All right. So yeah, you could replicate the flag of the Soggy Bottom Boys.
Mm-hmm. And be like, Argos will kind of describe the flag and be like, we can try to pass off as the Soggy Bottom, Captain. I don't know how well the ship is known around here, but they have at least heard of the flag or everything. We might pass for it's part of the Sea Princess thing, and they might just let us through.
Well, if you're sure that's the design of the flag, I am aware that all flags flown by pirates under the Sea Princes, something about them communicates to other members of the Sea Princes that they are the. It's sort of like thieves' cant.
Mm-hmm.
But what that symbology is, I couldn't tell you. If you're confident you know it, and we could copy it, then we could pass as this Soggy Bottom.
Yeah, well, we're not exactly creative with the name, but that could be a plan.
Yeah, it's up to you. It sounds like a decent plan.
Well, what do you guys think?
Let's do it.
I think
Okay.
that'll work. We just should be ready just in case they don't like the Soggy Bottom.
Right.
Well, we could
Yeah.
always hedge our bets and also move all the ballast below to one side, make it look like we're listing and we're in a bit of trouble.
If you'd like. We can get that done before we really swing our bow towards the island and start getting closer.
I mean, I have no idea what she just said, but it sounds like a really smart idea. So let's try that as well. Why not?
Okay. So, the captain kind of turns the port flank abeam to the island, sort of keeping from approaching it, and there is a bit of work done. This when they make this flag, it doesn't look pristine, but then again, at a distance, what's it matter? It only needs to look good from far away. But it looks pretty spot on to what Dowie described for you. In the meantime, there is some movement of cargo, and the ship sort of begins to lean a bit. Just maybe a 14-degree angle on the deck. Nothing too troubling for people to move around on, but enough to kind of be noticed from a distance if you can kind of see where the masts are pointed.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's getting. That probably takes maybe an hour or so. And Captain Locke is like, right, well. Any other plans to help this deception along? If not, it's would you prefer to wait until evening?
Could I roll a history check to try to see if I remember or get a knowledge of when our pirate attacks most likely to happen?
Give me a... Yeah, go ahead and give me a history check. Okay. So a night attack seems to make sense. Really, pirates it seems kind of attack all the time, anytime, like whenever they catch their prey, basically.
Go out in the night. If any darkness might also help us not to be that noticeable, especially if we keep most of the lights off the ship.
We'll be to put trying to just be ourselves, but the soggy bottom, we'd want to go just as we were, you know?
Also, were we thinking about, like, putting a new sign over the Sea Ghost? The name? Because I don't know how prominently those boat names are basically displayed. But I thought it was so that, like, other ships could see it.
Captain Locke says if it's concerning, they have some bits of canvas they could throw over, sort of like drape over the stuff so that people can't read it from a distance. It basically is just like canvas that's kind of the color of wood. It'd look pretty terrible close up, but again, it only needs to look good from a distance. Narissa, due to your background, I'd like to prompt you to make a history check, please.
Nice.
So, approaching at night is always like, first of all, the moons are, while not full, are going to be rather big tonight. So if the boat's in the wrong position, like the reflection of the moons in the water might give away the silhouette of this ship at night. Something you also know is that a ship with its deck lights off is always up to no good. And if you are pretending to be a pirate ship, coming into a pirate's cove, in distress looking for help, you wouldn't have your deck lights off. Just a couple bits of information about boat behaviors to just sort of inform your decisions a little more.
Right.
Supposing they had to just, like, hang out as normal in this kind of zone, what would the captain and crew do to, like, avoid, I guess, avoid pirates? Would they just, like, make a distance and avoid the area entirely?
Well, if they spot us, my initial plan was to get through whatever initial defenses they have and drop you off Then we're going to sail around the island a bit, find a quiet cove someplace that they're not docked in, pull in, and then disguise the ship a little. If we pull rather either behind a little peninsula thing, we can sort of strip the sails off of the masts and go into the woods and chop down a couple of trees and sort of like run foliage up into our into the mast to make it look like trees from a distance part of the island. We basically would hide. But if somebody saw us, we would run and then come back for you. Or if we thought we could take them, we'd take them. It's really don't. It's really up in the air. Can't imagine this. So, I can't imagine this job will take adventurers like yourselves more than 24 hours. It is a dwarven hold, but it was built for a specific purpose. Tell you what, we could set up a bit of a. We could set up a little bit of a plan here. We can keep in the area, trying to avoid confrontation with other ships. And maybe every night you could, if you are ready to go, that is, if you've succeeded. Every night we'll swing around to sort of check on the island. And if you are completed your quest, you can get to one of these prominent shores and set up a signal, and we can sweep in and pick you up.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
All right. Well, first things first, we got to get you there. If we are pretending to be friends, it might benefit us to go during the day so they can see our friendly flag.
That makes sense.
Okay. Thing is, like, we know next to nothing about, like, the protocol, except for, like, speculation.
Indeed.
But we think this plan can work, though, right?
First mate is like, I still say we just go in and pound them.
I mean, that's always an option if things start to go sideways, so we can just be prepared for that.
I am always prepared.
I like that guy.
Do not replace me. I am still better than him.
No,
He's
of course
fine.
not. Of course not.
He's fine. I prefer ships anyway.
See?
Narissa's going to take a couple minutes to pirate herself up a little bit, look less scholarly.
Let's see. What would Brody's pirate costume look like? He takes off his cape, and the entire thing becomes a head bandana now.
Argo's gonna do the classic, grab his hoodie and then put it up his head. Done.
I think Elix will just be herself. She's too short to really see past the the banisters anyway.
Ilix turns into a macaw.
I don't have a flying speed yet.
All right, not yet.
Farron looks around and like finds like a piece of cloth and just sort of ties it around like one of her eyes, like an eye patch. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
all right.
And remember to be very mean, Farron. Don't take no one for granted.
They better just not be mean to me, or I'll have to punch them.
Yeah, that's the spirit.
Right then. Here we go. And the captain swings the prow towards the island and begins the approach. It is a tense bit of time as the island sort of looms bigger and bigger on the horizon. Still keeping the first mate keeping an eye out, as well as you presume Warder Keeves, just sort of watching the island for any kind of reaction. As it gets bigger, you start to see more details of it. You see the mountain itself has maybe a couple of more smaller peaks coming off of it. Not a mountain range by any means, but a bit more detail. You can see sort of the break line of the ocean near the closer to the shore, as well as what looks like a little a cove on the side of the island. And when you are perhaps a couple of thousand, like several thousand feet away, that is when a ship kind of comes out comes out of the cove and turns its prow towards you. Your two ships steadily approaching, and Captain Locke watching this, saying, could be they're coming out to help us. But after a few tense minutes, you see a flag go up and fly at the top of their mast. This flag that I'm going to post in game references.
Solidly pirate.
And Zrakfor says, we are going to have to fight.
The Orky boys.
And Locke says, what? And Zrakfor says, they are freebooters, Captain. I think they think we're easy pickings. And Captain Locke says, man, bollocks. Right, everyone get ready. We're going to have to fight. And he spins the wheel and turns the ship to sort of avoid this, to try to avoid this coming together. But the enemy ship turns its prow and keeps pace with you. And now we move into. There are a few minutes before, before like the ships draw like terribly close, Captain Locke starts shouting to get people up on deck.
Mm-hmm.
And in the few minutes before the actual fight is joined, he turns to it and says, "So, freebooters, these are pirates who don't like paying shares of their hauls to the sea princes. This is partially good news. It means we don't really have to worry about any other fellow pirates coming to help them. But it also means that they're a bit more hardened because they also attack pirates and sort of steal their hauls."
Uh-huh.
Right. So, time for a fight. And it is about that time you see sort of streaking up through the air towards the sea ghost an arcing mangonel shot that sort of splashes some ways away. From the other ship, you can just hear this chanting coming from whatever crew is aboard. Orcs, 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 orcs. Would somebody like to, like, you will all sort of like be running this together, but the Sea Ghost has its own character token, and you should be able to see its character sheet, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
you can, its initiative is, when you roll the initiative of the Sea Ghost, you're gonna have to alter it a little, and add 4 for the quality of your crew. As you can see, it has its base armor class and hit points are based on the hull of your ship, but that's not the only armor class and hit points it has. Every part of the ship has its own armor class and its own hit points. Obviously, if your hull reaches 0, you sink. I should also point out the Sea Ghost is not at peak efficiency. It is currently at 233 hit points because of the attack from the shark. Let's see. A day went by. I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna very quickly make the bosun's roll.
We would have.
For the repairs he would have made. Shit. Okay. He didn't make his roll, so there was no hit points added to the ship's hull.
Well.
As you can see, if anything on the ship goes to 0 damage, you start to lose functionality of your ship.
Okay.
What's more, the Sea Ghost only has, including you guys, 17 crew members, meaning it can only take 2 actions during its turn. To either move, fire its mangonel, or fire its ballista. During combat, when you were fighting the Sahagin, I know it took like 5 people's actions to get the mangonel to fire. That's still technically true, but we're kind of in like a bullet time thing. The actions of the ship sort of represent everybody on the ship acting and helping together. Right. So if there are no further questions, we're going to go ahead and start. One of you can click that initiative button I'm gonna go ahead and add. Oh, I don't have.
Do we add 4 to that roll, Mr. DM?
Yes, add 4 to that roll.
There you go.
Where are you? Here we go. We're gonna add their turn.
Oh, that's a big ship.
From a distance, you can actually from a distance you can see this ship is actually slightly smaller than the Sea Ghost, but definitely the same class of ship.
Yeah.
Oof! It got a worse initiative roll.
Ah.
All right, which means you guys get to take your first actions. You are currently 1,000 feet away from this ship, currently sailing, sort of catty corner to the wind. This ship is also sort of catty corner to the wind, but it is trying to make a beeline towards you. Currently, Locke is captaining your ship to try to get away from them, or to like sort of keep them at a distance, unless you want to order him to take a different action. But it is your turn. What would you guys like to do with your 2 actions?
Like, we as a ship have 2 actions to do on the ship?
Correct.
Okay.
You may also, if you have like a specific character thing you'd like to do, may opt to do that instead, like a spell of some kind if you wish. Though I would basically subtract you from the helping crew that contribute to the actions of the ship. Though, so we're not like breaking our brains over it, if all of you decided to do your own thing rather than help the crew, this ship would still have 2 actions, because there would still be enough to satisfy.
What would happen if I cast haste on whomever is manning one of the, like the mangonel or the ballista?
In the context of ship combat, that would probably make them count as an additional crew member. Not super effective in this instance.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Then I will assist the crew,
Okay.
since I
Yep.
have some skill in that anyway.
Yeah, basically if we get to the Sea Ghost's turn and anybody has something besides helping the crew they want to do, let me know.
It's 3,000 feet away.
It is 1,000 feet away.
1,000. Sorry. I feel like the closest thing would be the mangonel.
Yeah, that's 800 feet.
Yeah, that's still a disadvantage.
But currently the captain is moving away from the other ship, correct?
Yes.
Can I?
You can basically in typical combat, like you can't really you can't really communicate a lot because a lot of stuff is happening very quickly. This is sort of like sea combat is sort of the opposite. Like stuff's taking a while to happen. So like if you guys have questions you want to shout or a lot more can be communicated between the people aboard this ship in a turn.
Argos would like to speak to the captain and ask him, is there any geographical feature near the island that we can use to our advantage? Like, an area we could lure it, that there is like a reef or something that could damage their hull, or something on all those lines that we can perceive from where we are right now?
Nothing that we explicitly know about. We don't know enough about... If anything, they know more about the island than we do. We actually might be safer out in open water.
Should we get closer so we can use the mangonel, or keep our speed and get them to come to us.
They're trying to use the mangonel anyway, right?
Yeah, but their shots fell short.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Yeah.
So if they're trying to pursue us also, then we may as well use a couple of rounds to let them get closer to us while we prepare to attack with the mangonel.
That could be a
Okay.
good hold our action for the mangonel once they get closer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we
You
think
could.
we can get it to the
I will
point?
say,
Go ahead.
you can't ready. You have 2 actions, which means you could effectively fire the mangonel twice in one turn, but you
Ooh.
cannot ready 2 actions of fire the mangonel because
Correct.
you're still only using 1 reaction for 1 action.
Do those actions not include the mangonel actions of aim and load?
They do include those,
Oh,
but
it's
it's like, but you've got a team of people on the crew doing this.
okay.
Correct.
And how long is like a ship's turn?
That isn't specified. We're in some real uncharted waters here. Ha
Okay.
ha 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 ha.
So what
That's
I'm
the
hearing, my thought was activate Storm Rune, hang out here at like long distance, and then just make sure we have enough people on this that we can fire the mangonel every 6 seconds, so that we can get at least 10 shots at long range without disadvantage, rather.
10 shots? What?
Yeah, if the mangonel, if basically a team effort could spend an action to load it, an action to aim it, and then an action to fire it each time in 6 seconds, then the Storm Rune can do those 10 shots. This would be over several rounds.
Oh, that's the ballista you're thinking of. The mangonel takes 5 actions total to fire.
Oh, okay, then 5 actions or whatever. It's sounding though that something that's measured on the scale of minutes or of a minute is probably not super useful here.
Yeah, I'm not. Like I said, I apologize. We're in real abstract territory.
Okay, we
That's
won't
okay.
worry about it right now.
And also we don't need to be side by side, right? Like all traditional cannon fire, because then the mangonel can fire at a specific arc of angle. That's what I'm saying, or it's a 360-degree shot.
Oh, you can. It turns completely on the deck.
So there is no like
There's
blind
no
spot.
there is no. You can't. You don't have to turn your ship to broadside them. You
Okay,
could.
perfect.
Yeah.
Well, we could try to, like Rhodia suggested, wait to at least for one of our actions to just fire 1 shot of mangonel once they get a little bit in range. And we can move. Are we sailing against the wind or
No.
with the wind?
Neither. We're kind of going adjacent to it.
Okay, so we have 45 feet of movement, correct?
Correct.
Okay. That's not actually a lot. I don't know. My suggestion is just to hold the
Well, I mean,
mangonel.
you can
Yeah.
move twice.
Ah.
Let's definitely get our mangonel as ready as possible for attack.
Yeah.
Sure.
Can we
I
use
mean,
one of our
Yeah.
actions to prepare the mangonel and then 1 to move? Is that a possible combo?
well, like the mangonel's ready to fire. Like it's
Okay.
basically 5 people on deck spend their actions loading, aiming, and firing the mangonel all at once. Or basically loading, aiming, and then one guy is sort of holding his action to reaction fire the mangonel when it gets into range.
Okay.
It's because you've got a whole lot of moving parts on the ship.
Yeah,
that the
yeah.
ship's able to like do these things really quickly.
I think for now we can just hold our action to fire the mangonel once they get a little bit closer.
Yeah, let's,
And then you'd still have a free action. You still have another action to use.
Let's move away from. Do we suppose there's any worry of other ships joining this combat?
You don't see any other ships.
Okay.
Unless there are others hidden somewhere on the island and they've decided not to help.
Okay.
But according to what Captain Locke mentioned about these freebooter guys, they're probably not the sort to like team
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just move around. We'll strafe and do cool 360s.
So, do you want to sort of basically use your movement to kind of stay equidistant from?
No, we want to get it within 800 feet so we can start shooting.
Yeah.
So, do you want Locke to sort of like turn and start heading back towards them?
Do you think we want to get within short range of them? I think like our best bet for getting a whole lot of value off of this would be if we were to nice gif.
Yeah.
Would be if we were to like board them. That'd probably be where our adventureness would be strongest.
Yeah. Zrakvar is like, yes!
Oh God.
And Captain Locke is like, yes, that's also sort of what they want to do. They're going to try to ram us.
Yeah, ramming bad. However,
That's not.
if we hit every single time, an average of 25 damage, we're looking at 12 mangonel attacks before they, supposing they're at the same like hit point value ish, before they go down. So I do think that like us trying to board them is probably a good idea, but we also might be able to disable their ship ourselves.
So kind of like turn
Yeah.
around and just go and meet them, like F it.
Well, I was thinking more like we pop down in a rowboat.
How would we board them from that though? You can't get up.
Can we not get up, or is there not like a safety
You have
safety
grappling
ladder on the
hooks.
side
Grappling
of the pool?
hooks.
Oh yeah, grappling
Yep.
hooks.
You have grappling hooks.
But
Of course.
Wouldn't they see
Captain-
a boat?
Captain Locke says, that's extremely brave of you. They might try to just shoot you out of the water.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. If they catch our boat, we're dead meat because it's
I
just
mean-
like
Don't we all have water breathing? Can't we just, if things get closer, can't we just go off the other side of the ship and then go underneath like those disgusting Sahagin?
Yeah,
that's not a bad idea
Sure.
actually.
and
But I mean, that's still risky, and it would require us to be relatively close because, I mean, I can swim. I don't know about the rest of you, how strong swimmers you are, but we don't want to find ourselves in a situation where we're just going to get bullied by the boat and anyone on it with a crossbow.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Also-
we.
Also, if that ship sails by you and some of you aren't strong swimmers,
Yeah.
We're just treading water.
you could
Yeah.
also just be like left behind by both ships.
Yeah.
That's what
I
I was
mean,
thinking. Yeah. You have to be very
eventually
strong
we
to
can-
grab.
eventually we can walk to shore. We have 24
Yeah,
hours.
you could eventually just swim to shore but you'd effectively be out of this fight.
Yeah.
Nerissa,
Well-
could you build like fancy walls out of the water or something? I've seen some wizard do those hocus pocus.
Not presently, and I can't remember if that was one of the things I wrote down in my spell book yet or not, but suffice to say, no.
Okay.
Well, perhaps we aim for the sails or the helm, so we can disable them.
Yes. That's a good
Because
idea.
it's the part where they're steering, and then we have mobility to get around.
Yeah. If we aim the mangonel to the captain and the captain dies, what are they gonna do?
Well, I mean, their advantage is that they're a smaller ship, right? So if we remove that advantage of maneuverability, that's something we want to do anyway. That's a good thing
Right.
for us.
All right. Let's aim for the helm, or the sails.
Okay. Yeah, so if each boat has 2 actions, or actually I guess sometimes they can have 3 actions. Yeah. I guess with 3 actions the max that a boat can move is what, 130? And
Assuming it's not with the wind.
or 135, yeah, assuming not with the wind on average, I guess. I mean like I think we can go faster than that if we have at least one of our magic items does that. The manta ray, I think, gives 60 feet. So, when it comes to individual basis, I think we can keep up with these things. Sharks can, at least. Anyway, was the plan just wait for them to get in range and start shooting?
I think so. Like,
Okay, let's try that.
right. So,
So-
ready the mangonel in case they get close enough.
Okay.
And
And the other action.
should we move perpendicular to them or towards them?
Let's see, rotation doesn't really matter at all, right?
Not really. Not
Yeah,
not,
no.
not a super lot.
At this range, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. I think it would probably be a good idea to be able to flee from them if necessary, which is just, if we're 90 degrees, we can just turn 90 degrees and start going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this.
Okay.
Mhm.
Locke shrugs and says, "Here we go," and he spins the wheel, and the ship begins to turn, and you will get as the ship turns, it's going to catch the wind, and you're going to move 60 feet closer to them.
Mhm.
And you now have a readied action to fire this mangonel as soon as the other ship is in range. Putting them currently at they were 1,000, so 940.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you see this ship. Its prow still pointed straight at you. The rigging of this ship is teeming with pirates. They are going to take 3 actions to move 135 feet closer to you, which, it puts them 5
It puts
feet
them 5 feet,
outside of range.
Yep.
So 805 feet is their distance.
Damn it. Clever pirates.
Let's see. If we double move away from them, then they have to triple move in order to get within range of us, which means we can start shooting at them then.
Exactly. That's a good
Mhm.
point. Let's do that maybe.
All right. With some expert maneuvering, Captain Locke is shouting up into the rigging as a few of the other hands are up there, like opening the sails and sort of pulling the crap. I didn't learn the name for that big cross beam on sails. Sort of swinging it to kind of optimize catching
Yeah.
the wind to keep your speed relatively high. And you're double moving, so you're putting yourself another 90 feet further away from them.
Mm-hmm.
So 895. On their turn, they triple move again to advance another 135 feet towards you, making it 760.
Okay,
Yeah.
so they moved on their turn
Towards you.
135 towards us, right?
Yes.
And then they just did that again, right?
Yes.
Okay. There we
I
go.
think your math is right, yeah.
They are now.
Perfect range.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, let's
Right. And
mangonel the fuck out of them.
it is on your turn.
2 shots.
Fire!
Pew
Right.
pew.
There's scrambling. People are hauling mangonel shot while at the same time that people are moving and then firing and then quickly cranking it back down to fire another. Whoever would like to may make two mangonel attacks. And what are you attacking?
They'd both be at disadvantage, right?
Yes,
They would both
'cause
be at
they're-
disadvantage.
Do different parts of the boats have
Yes.
different ACs?
It's
Yes.
on the list.
It's
yeah.
listed.
Yeah.
It's listed on yours.
We can
and
try to go for the sails because that's the lowest AC at 12, but it
Yeah, I
has the
think-
more HP at 100.
So damage dealt to the sails does not contribute to the hull, right?
No.
Mm-mm. We could attack the ballista. If we disable the ballista, then not the ballista, their mangonel. We can just keep staying at a long distance and just pepper them with shots.
We could. But also, if they're slower, then we can also pepper them with shots as well. I
Yeah.
like being able to like nearly guarantee a hit
Yeah.
with the 12.
Yeah, let's go for the sails. I think it's a good starting point.
Yeah, I think Sails is the.
Plus, they lose speed for every
Mhm.
damage that we take, so that makes them slower.
All right, not it for rolling.
I'll do one.
There you go.
Fuck, how do I do this?
So you you should just be able to click on the weapon mangonel button.
Oh.
Well,
Well, with a
somebody else should do this.
All right. Well, I mean, you roll with the same bonuses, but the first shot wheels out and splashes into the ocean just to their side. There's more cranking of the winches, and a second shot is loaded. Who's going to pull the lever on this one?
Can I just give it an 11 so the attack is a 16?
Well,
Yes.
one of them will, but this is disadvantage though.
Oh yeah.
It's disadvantage. Oh, never mind,
Yeah.
never mind.
Probably good to, I guess, just hold on to it.
Yeah, a little bit later. I can click it, so I just have to click the name, correct?
Yep. Just click the name.
Hey!
Yeah.
This attack slams into their mangonel. Go ahead and roll that damage for it.
Oh, the 5d10 just.
Yeah.
No, we were aiming for their sails, I think, unless I misheard.
No,
I thought
it
you,
was.
I thought you changed it to mangonel. Or are you aiming for the sails?
No, we were going for
Sails.
the sail because it was the low AC, and then if we do a good amount of damage, they get slower.
Gotcha. All right. Well then, deal that damage.
Nice.
Nice.
So
How many are in the rigging?
Far less now.
So the now that I know you were aiming for sails, there's a special kind of shot for the mangonel with this. Rather than one large like boulder, basically, it is like a lot of small rocks. It looks like a big gross knot. It's a bunch of small rocks that have been packed together with rope that's been dipped in tar, so it all sticks together. And when it's basically loaded, somebody comes over and lights it with a torch to sort of wear and eat away at the rope. And then when it is launched and it is going and it's spiraling through the air towards the sails, the little rocks begin to split out and rip through the sails, so sort of peppering them with holes. Several of the crew need to make some saves. Actually, I think I'm just gonna make this as like a group save.
Damn, that was a good roll. Holy crap.
Let me think. What would the DC for this be? Probably pretty high up there, like a 15 or something. Let's
Sounds
see.
about right.
What is their bonus? So they would have to roll a 14 to save. So I'm sorry. I'm very, very quickly doing all this. Hey, Mark. Ooh, wait. Do you know what? Oh, it would be in running the game. Mob rules, basically.
I'm
Uh,
not sure
Like
what
in
you're
the
looking
DM.
for.
okay, all right, I found it. Let's see. So in order to make a 14. Okay. Okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah. The shrapnel shot just sort of rips through the sails. The 39 damage is enough to make the ships a little slower. Meaning this ship has lost 5 feet of movement per move.
Ha.
Dang. Oops. Okay. Let's keep track of that. All right. Then, yeah, that was your two. That was your two actions.
Mhm.
And uh, you see a couple of bodies just sort of from up in the rigging. One of them just sort of splash into the ocean. Another one looks like he very painfully landed on the deck. Make that adjustment. All right. Good turn.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, this freebooter pirate ship just continues to charge you. It's going to, let's see, if it double moves, it moves 80 feet closer to you.
Mm-hmm.
What was your distance before?
700.
So 160 something.
700 and I think it was 760 exactly.
Yes. Yes.
So it has now gotten with 80 feet of movement to
680. No.
680.
Yeah, 680. Yeah.
Uh, yeah. And in fact, it's actually going to move again to make that 640. They're just coming for you.
Hmm. Interesting.
Oh boy.
All right, and your turn.
It's a ramming.
Should we fire one, move one to give them a little bit of distance, or just keep peppering them with shots?
Ooh.
I think we could do two shots again this time, but then we should probably be doing move, shoot, move, shoot.
Yeah, I
Okay.
agree. If we can get within 300 feet of it, I could do a thing.
Ooh.
So, I know we're not at the level of this, Mysterium, but just a quick question: if we were to cast Wall of Force, would the ship just like obliterate against it? Like assuming we build a pane, like because it's technically semi-invisible, right? And nothing can pass through it, so it would just be like a.
It might behave a lot like a ship hitting a reef.
Oh, okay, okay.
Amazing.
It would try to go. How high is a wall of force?
It's 10 feet. Each panel is 10 by 10, but you get like 10 panels, I think. So you could just make it like 30 by 90 feet high. Like you can just make it different configurations.
Like if it's too low, it might hit it and then just kind of bounce over it. If you
Mm.
make it just like a big wall,
Mm-hmm.
it'd probably crash into it, and then I don't know. We'd have to like sort of its movement would probably hit 0, and some people would have to like make some fucking saves from going over it.
I
That's
got this, guys.
I don't know. That's pretty fucking nuts.
All right, but yeah, who wants to do the shoot of the mangonel? Who feels brave?
I'll do one this time.
All right.
I'm feeling lucky.
Oh, don't say that.
Do it. Do it.
Don't say that!
Oh.
9 misses. Next, who's gonna do the next shot?
You want to do it, Narissa?
Go for
Sure.
it.
Yeah.
Hey!
Hey!
Another pepper shot. Give me that damage.
Where damage?
Oh, you just have to roll
you
it.
have to roll manually, yeah, 5d10.
Oh, you can actually also click on weapon mangonel. 17. Nice.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
It's no 39, but I'll take it.
It gets, I think it gets a -5 more, so.
Yeah, so its movement speed is now 35 compared
Yeah.
to 45. On its turn, it launches 3 mangonel shots targeting your sails.
No.
Oh no!
Aw, man, that's not fair.
Because they're not allowed to do what we do.
Yeah, referee. Oh!
Miss.
One of them's a
Only
hit,
hit
though.
only one hit.
2 hit.
No, 2 hits because
One.
our AC is 12.
What do you mean? One
Well,
hit.
what do you mean?
Are they
The
not at
one?
disadvantage?
They're at disadvantage.
Oh, they are at disadvantage. That's right. Only one hit. Okay.
Only one
Oh,
hit.
yeah. Only one hit. I
Right,
saw this
that's
16
right.
first.
We're at the same. We're at the same space.
That's right. That's right.
I was like, what do you mean?
Okay, yeah. You're right. So your sails are gonna take 5d10.
No!
No!
That's
Oh,
horrible.
God damn.
Two tens, James.
So their shots rip through. What comes careening at you is different from what you used. It looks like a rock that has had a bunch of chains kind of hammered into it. So as it spins through the air, they whip out and sort of spin and whip through your sail, sort of ripping into them. You hear shouts from your crew up in the rigging, but it doesn't look like there were no casualties in this.
James, I was really hoping you were going to tell me that they just launched a bunch of orcs holding onto a boulder.
Like that Indian film, like when they launch the soldiers with the shields as like a little catapult. Yeah.
That was exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Amazing. Is this one of those things I need to know? Is like if people are injured or unconscious?
Nobody is. It doesn't look like anybody took any hits from that.
Okay, cool.
Cool. So we can get paper off the deck, maybe?
Yeah.
Who?
Yeah. Paper.
Oh, right. Right. It's your turn.
Oof.
We should probably start moving. We are down 5 feet though, so.
Yeah, they're down 10. They're going to catch up to us.
I mean, like we were thinking, like move and shoot, and hopefully we can get more.
Yeah.
Or double move.
If we move and shoot, they'll still probably fire 3 at us.
Yes, because now we're in range. Yeah.
But if we move twice, then they'll probably move once and then fire 2 at us. So,
We might just be in this.
yeah, maybe. How many fighters does it look like are over there?
If they have
3 actions.
3 actions, you can assume they have relatively 20 crew members. Though how many of them are fighters?
Yeah.
Because you've got 17 crew members, a couple of them you don't want in a fight.
Right, like paper.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking like, if we jump off, right, and then the boat moves in like this direction, and this boat is moving in this direction, and we're swimming this way, we'll be able to close the gap pretty quickly, you know? And then we just Then we could do some sabotage. We can I got some alchemist fire still.
We just need a little space so that Narissa can put her finger in and shoot a fireball inside the ship.
Yeah, well, I
Honestly,
need 120 feet, and I can set fire to the deck.
Do you want to do that?
Well, you could launch a fireball.
Yeah.
But with the spray
Yeah.
of the ocean,
Yeah, no, that.
yeah.
Yeah, no.
If-
The plan is if we get to the ship like spy style, then we can just because if she casts the thing inside the ship, there is no water that could dampen the fire.
True.
Not true.
Oh, you're right.
To set a fire on the ship, you
Yeah.
would need a material that burns very easily, and it would need to be coated with an
Oh.
accelerant.
Right. I get again. No gunpowder on this thing. Sorry, I keep thinking.
No, but
Yeah.
there's a lot of tar on a sailing ship.
That's true.
Ooh.
One of the
Good
the
point.
biggest problems for a wooden sailing ship is fire.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
everything's covered in tar. We're not in. Nobody's got powder, unfortunately, or I'd say we'd go for their powder stores.
Yeah.
But their tar and repair section, wherever they're keeping that stuff,
Mm-hmm.
might be
Yeah.
the next best bet for making sure the fire starts and can't get put out. Of
I
course,
can also-
then we're there too, so
Yeah.
we want to
Yeah.
not do
The-
something that's going to trap us on a burning ship.
Well, I mean, like,
Also a
we're
good idea.
reiterating, we're not trapped on a burning ship because we can breathe ocean just fine. You know?
Yeah, we just have to get back.
Yeah.
Also, if
Oh.
we get within 300 feet, I can control water, which I brought today, and try and capsize it.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, that's nice.
So do you just want to maybe just put Ilix out there in a pool noodle and
I am not pool noodling.
Oh, that would be a perfect
we'll
picture.
come back and get you.
Well, who's got the Cloak of the Manta Ray? What was it again? 60 feet of swim speed?
60 feet of swim.
Faster than me is. If somebody's got Cloak of the Manta Ray, they could just tie a line to it like
Yeah, we.
take off underwater.
Wait, 60? That gives you... No, the magic item is giving you the 60 feet, right? It doesn't
Correct.
transfer
Wait.
to your speed. Okay.
Wait, you have floof. Can I give a spell to floof?
Floof is my familiar. I can translate touch
You
spells
can?
through floof.
Oh, but I can't. I don't know how that works sometimes.
I don't think anyone, because it's. I mean, that's always how I interpret it. It's my familiar, so I can translate my spells through floof magically.
No, that makes sense. No, of course, that makes sense. I was just like, wait, I don't want to be in a pool noodle. Floof, though, could make the stories Floof would tell. Of capsizing
The
a boat.
hero, yeah. So if we want to get closer, can we not just turn around and get closer, or just keep going away from them? Because
I say we keep pounding it with the mangonel and let it try and get closer to us, and then that's more damage to the boat. And then when it gets closer to us, we unleash hell.
Is the crew taking damage by whenever we hit the sails, for example?
Not really.
Is there a way to
crew-
sort of limit the crew?
Yeah, specifically spend your actions targeting crew.
How effective is that?
Not super effective on this scale of combat.
Gotcha.
Okay. Let's try for the helm.
Okay.
yeah, sure.
Because the sails are doing well,
Mm-hmm.
but let's aim for the helm. Let's do it.
All right, James. If I use Storm Rune for this, surely we could get at least one counter of this disadvantage, right?
I'm sorry. Once again, remind me, Storm Rune.
It's where I use my reaction to provide either advantage or disadvantage to a d20 roll.
Oh, yeah, you could do it once.
Okay, and it lasts for 1 minute. So at least once. Any more than
Yeah.
once? Or just once?
Lasts a minute.
Last 1 minute.
It would last 1 turn of this ship.
Okay, then let's make a couple of shots at the helm, and I will negate the disadvantage on both of those
Okay.
All right.
and expend that rune. Storm rune.
Okay.
Lightning
Who's feeling?
eyes.
Who's feeling lucky?
Oh God.
For this, it will just be your first roll on the
Yeah.
double rolling.
I feel like this should be Rhodia to roll it because this is Rhodia's storm.
I like it. I like it.
I'll
Go
give it
for
a
it,
go.
buddy.
Oh,
That-
just under.
Oof.
Yeah, just under the helm.
Fuck.
Second shot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes!
Nice.
Yes.
A hit. Roll damage.
42.
42!
Oh,
Damn, son.
So
tens.
there is a
Tens.
there is a plume of splinter and wood from the deck of the other ship. You hear like confused shouting and stuff. But as like sort of like the cloud of dust sort of like blows away as you see a massive orc there sort of gripping pieces of what remains of the wheel.
That was a good shot, Rhodia. Holy shit.
Holy
man.
shit.
That
Sneaking in.
almost took it completely out.
Almost. That would have been epic in
Oh,
one
that would've
shot,
been
man.
So epic.
What an amount of damage on 5d10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Three tens and 2 sixes. That is
Lordy.
ridiculous.
All right. 3 mangonel shots at disadvantage
Oh.
come for your sails. Miss.
Ah! Oh no!
But
Not a crit,
fortunately,
though,
it was not a
disadvantage.
crit,
Disadvantage.
Oh, my
and I
God.
missed.
Ah.
Oh, that was scary.
Take our 17. Ugh.
There's 26 more damage to your sails,
Shit.
which is gonna drop you by 10, your speed by 10.
Fuck. Are they still traveling close to us? Like, where are they?
They
No,
are
they're still
moving.
the
We're,
same
Basically, your speed,
We're keeping
are
a pace.
you are moving, but you're keeping a pace. Your speed hasn't shifted much.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Like nobody's up in the rigging trying to like maximize the effectiveness of the sails anymore. Everybody's just loading weapons and firing at each other
Got it.
on both of your ships, really.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but it's your turn again. What would you like to do this time?
Do we want to try and get closer?
unfortunately, we needed to do all of the 50 damage in order to
Get the helm.
to
Yeah.
like completely knock out the helm.
Should we try one more mangonel at the helm and then see where that leads us?
I don't see why not.
Mangonel and start moving maybe.
Yeah, let's see what happens if we hit the mangonel once. See if that hits the helm.
Yeah, we
And if
need
not, try again.
we need to have their 25-22 kind of roll.
I
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Oh boy, this is low. I think we got like a 1 in 9 shot.
I mean, maybe the dice of God. Sorry, the gods of dice would be kind to us.
RN
Maybe.
Jesus.
Aaron Jesus,
Maybe
always praying.
It is +5, right? Yeah.
It is
Yeah.
plus 5.
All right.
Disadvantage though, right?
It is
Yep,
still disadvantage,
disadvantage.
unfortunately. All right, who wants to roll?
Oof. I could do it again.
Yeah, yeah, go for it.
Nobody wants.
Okay,
Oh.
that's good.
Oh.
That's good. That's good. That's good.
You missed
That's
the
fine,
helm.
that's fine, that's fine. Should we try again? I don't know. How do we feel?
The sunk. Are we doing the sunk cost fallacy?
We might be sunk costing this. You're not wrong.
I mean, because even if we move, they're still in range for another 3 pepper shot, you know?
Yeah, I mean, no matter where we go, we're too slow to get within non-disadvantage.
Yeah. Let's just roll one more time. Let's see. This time, RNGesus will be kind.
Okay.
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 I'm not doing it.
I'll do
Yeah,
it.
do
I'll
it, Argus. Do it, Argus.
Oh, please, Mr. RNGesus, we promise to be good this week.
Oof.
Ah, you. Ah, jeepers.
Another mangonel shot comes for your sails.
Mm,
It's a
damn
hit.
it.
Fuck a duck.
Dealing
Oh.
another
30!
30
Oh,
damage.
it's real bad.
I think we might be dead on sails.
The remain. Oh, are you?
Yeah.
No,
Maybe.
I think.
No,
Well,
I think we have like
it's
4.
100.
We have
Yeah,
4
it's
hit points on our
100
sails.
HP. Yeah, I'm still alive.
Your sails are in tatters, and Locke is just cursing up at the wheel.
Shit.
Because there is a cheer from the other ship, and they are going to use their other 2 turns to advance on you another 70 feet.
70 feet, huh?
Yep.
Puts them at 570, I think.
Yes.
57.
The Sea Ghost said, yeah, 640 minus 70 is.
And it is the Sea Ghost's turn again.
Yeah, 570. Fuck.
I mean, just keep shooting and maybe we'll take the helm.
No, I feel like.
Because at this point, they're close enough that even if we dash, there's nowhere we can get out of the range of the...
Yeah, we can't dash. I feel like either keep hitting or move closer. If I can get within that 300 feet, I might be able to capsize them. It's a 25% chance.
Maybe shoot once, close ones? I mean, their
Yeah.
purpose is not to
Let's-
sink our ship. They want to board us, I presume, so...
Yeah.
Even if they rehabilitate the ship, we hopefully kill all of them, and then we have 2 ships, you know?
Okay, let's.
We don't have enough crew.
We are still close enough that even if we take out their helm, they'll probably hit our sails before we can really get away. Like we can't
Yes.
move at all
Yeah,
if we don't have sails, right?
Well, according to the rules,
Mm-hmm.
well, let me look at these sails.
Yeah.
And we
yeah.
Oh
Still
yeah.
have-
I guess.
We still have a rudder.
If
And
you
a current.
if all of your HP is gone, you could move 5 feet.
Well,
Wait, no.
No, we could.
it'd be
it's just minus 20.
So
Which
yeah,
means
so-
15.
Yeah.
And obviously no bonus from moving with the wind. That
Right.
just doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
kind of does, but not much.
Yeah, you'd be limping along.
Mm-hmm. Just keep shooting then?
Yeah.
I mean, you're right. Their intent is to come at us.
Yeah.
Why waste one of our chances to maybe get a shot off on them
That's true.
if they're going to be moving toward us so that they can board us?
They also might want to try and ram us, is what they said
Yeah.
previously.
That's
Taking-
what Captain
So-
Locke said.
Taking the rudder means that they cannot align themselves so they can ram us.
Right.
But if we take out their sails, they can't go fast enough to actually ram us.
True.
But, Mr. DM, I don't know if you have keep track. How much health, can we ask how much health is less on their sails?
On their sails,
Yes.
I think
they
it's something
have
like 40.
I think it's 40 something.
it's 44.
You know, 2 hits basically.
I mean, if we nail these 2 hits, because it's a lower AC, maybe?
It is lower AC. That's true. It's a higher chance of hitting them.
Yeah.
Let me look at my totems.
Yeah, but so with what intent? To slow their ramming speed? Is that what
Yeah.
we're thinking?
Yeah,
Because we do want them to get close to us.
that's
We don't
true.
want us both to be no sails and be sort of like scooting, I guess.
Because the other plan
yeah.
is hit the rudder so they cannot do 90-degree turns and then turn our ship 90 degree. So that
Yeah.
way, no matter what, they cannot ram.
Yeah.
Well, so the rudder is controlled by the helm and the
Yeah,
the
so-
capstan as well on deck, and then the rudder itself is mostly, or at least partly below the water, and the thing that controls its movement is within the ship itself.
Well, it
If
just says
I'm
here.
remembering ship diagram,
Correct.
No, you're very correct, but here on the action it says if the helm is destroyed, the ship can't turn. So
Yeah.
it just assumes
Yeah.
that. So that because the helm has 8 hit points against the 40 plus of the sails, but then it benefits from high AC, so it's like a gamble. Because we just need to hit once to the helm, and then we can take it off. But the sails, we might have to do it a couple shots before they're out.
if we hit the sails once, we continue to slow them down, though, right?
Yes.
Right.
Yes, that's very
So-
true.
So if we do another hit, maybe it's enough to slow them from being able to actually ram us with any force.
Okay.
That's my thought. I think we do
Let's-
sails for safety.
Let's shoot the sails first and see how much damage we do. And if it's like
Yeah.
really good, maybe we could even one-shot them. Possible, technically,
That'd be
not
great.
likely.
Yeah, and also if we cripple them enough that their sails are all gone, we have swim speed and water breathing. We just go up there and wreck shit.
Exactly.
True,
That's the
true.
plan.
At that point, they'll be moving slower than we can swim.
Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah. All right, let's hit the sails. Who wants to do the shooting?
I'll do the first one.
All right.
That's miss.
Oh,
All right, I'll do the next one.
Jesus,
yeah, do it,
you-
Phoebes. Yes!
Hey!
Gonna hit the helm. It's okay. We're good. We're good though.
Oh no, it's disadvantage. Son of a
Disadvantage.
bitch!
No!
You're very right.
Well,
Can I use my inspiration to roll again?
Oh!
Ooh.
Is that allowed?
That's a good
I
point.
I understand if it's not.
I don't think so.
Okay.
You would use it to remove your disadvantage prior to rolling in this instance.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
I thought we were doing lucky dice type inspiration.
Yeah.
So hold on, you would use. You're using you get disadvantage, and then you use your inspiration to give yourself advantage.
No. To basically re-roll one of the negative or one of the dice that she rolled.
Okay, so you'd be re-rolling the 17.
The 7.
Seven.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
seven.
the 7. Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right, so I'll hit this again, and we'll take the leftmost roll because that's the first roll, right, of the two.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
No! A 7 again. Can I give my inspiration to let Phoebe roll again? Just one.
Oh, Iron Jesus, you bitch.
Oh, there is a precedent set where I've let you guys fucking cheese this. Just dump all of your shit into one roll. Fine. You can do that. Roll again.
Go for it, Phoebe. You got this.
You got this, girl.
Yay!
Nice.
No, your target is 18.
No, we're doing the sails.
For the
Sails!
sails?
Do the sails!
Oh, I thought
Yes.
you were saying you were attacking the helm or something.
Oh, no, we were saying
we decided to
debating
go
it,
for the sails instead of
Yeah.
the helm.
Okay.
yeah.
Then yes, that hits the sails. Give me the damage.
Yes!
That's good. Another 5 feet. Yeah.
So they are now as fast as you again.
All right, so nobody die or anything because we don't have 2 inspiration dice.
Exactly.
That's
Or
fine.
get
That's
knocked
fine.
unconscious, rather.
All right. Their speed is down to 30.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. If
Their
they
speed is
start at 45, yes.
Yes. They're going to use all 3 actions to advance 90 feet on you.
Okay.
Ooh.
Okay.
So 480.
Which puts them in
And
ballista
range.
long range.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Should
Right.
we keep aiming at the sails to make them go slow?
Your turn.
490. Yeah.
All right.
I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Should we shoot the mangonel or the ballista?
Let's do Mangonel.
Mangonel.
Mangonel's just strictly better, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
I agree.
I'll do the
right.
shoot.
Go for it.
Judy, do it.
Ah, boy. Please, Aaron Jesus, be kind to us.
Yeah.
Yes!
Okay.
My man.
Roll that damage.
Ah.
Nice.
No.
Yes!
And with that, their sails are ripped to shreds and gone.
Yay!
Run.
Run.
And it is you still have one action.
One action. Should we
Do
try?
you want to try the helm?
helm? Yeah, why
Hell
not?
yeah.
I mean, we're gonna. That's a tough shot.
It is.
We need.
We can
we need
also-
2 13s basically on the d20s.
The
Do we
next
want to
low,
try their Mangonel, which is
It-
an armor class 15?
but it has 100 hit points still, so it's gonna be a lot of
That's
chunk.
true. That is true.
Maybe we could just move. Like now, we can do the move and shoot because technically they're slower.
Yeah, but they got. Even if we move and shoot, they can move,
Yeah.
shoot, and still be faster. than us.
Yeah, that's very true.
Or they'll just try to ram.
I don't know. At this, should we just try shooting at the ship then?
Yeah. Let's. Do we want to sink them or do we want a second ship?
We don't have the crew for a second ship. Who's gonna do it?
Summon a bunch of like monkeys.
For an hour. I have them for an hour.
I mean, if we then take the island, we don't have to sail it back right away.
Right, it could be a little cash ship, you know?
I'm wondering if we should go for the ballista at all, because that's got an AC of 15, but it has 50 hit points versus the hull of 300 hit points.
Oh, that's a good point.
And we're getting within ballista range now. I just don't. I don't know. There's a lot of targets to choose from here.
Definitely.
There are. It's a target-rich environment.
I would say shoot the mangonel and try.
I mean, of
would-
any.
I mean, personally, I would say just go for the helm because this sunk cost fallacy is extremely dangerous. But
Yeah.
I don't know any other target, like because the ship. Obviously, we're not gonna sink the ship before they get close enough to us. Like that's probably what's gonna happen. We can try to take the ballista out so they don't get like 2 type of pepper damage, but
That's true.
I honestly don't know. Like for the first time, so many targets, so many choices.
None of them are great targets.
Mm-mm.
So maybe we should just go with whatever's going to be the easiest of the slot, and then
All right,
what
so
do we want to accomplish?
go for ballista, I guess. Like low AC, lower than the helm.
Yeah, because they, without their sails, they still might try and board us and just take our ship.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I also think that basically individual action, like character action, is probably the most efficient way of like targeting things. Even if they're like trying to jump us and stuff like that, if we can just hit something and then get out, that could be big. All we need to do is like 8 damage to a helm, and then they have no sails and no helm.
And yeah, can't come after us, so we just like, peace.
Yeah, we could like. And they are well 480 is still kind of far for swimming.
400 something feet.
Yeah.
I mean, like, 1 or 2 of us going isn't gonna be a big deal, especially if this is spending 2 actions to leave, and this thing is spending 3 actions to come to us, then it's also moving towards us. It'd be only like 3 rounds or so.
Maybe.
And I don't know if our existence here is really contributing to crew, like, action economy here. Like, the crew will still get 2 actions, I think, if most or all of us leave. Is that right?
Correct. There would be 12 people left on the boat.
Which
Well,
means...
it's relatively. Well, no. If there's 12 people left, then it's. No, they can still do 2 actions. But they
Though
can.
I also, if they can't come after us, and we can just get out, I also don't see why we go back to the ship just to like kill all the pirates. We can just go to the island, which is our main thing.
No witnesses.
Well, then we get them on our way back.
We have already established that we all think piracy is evil, and all is in quotes here.
Yeah.
All
right, so
the Dagger
I just don't
Company's
want
public
these people.
stance. Piracy bad.
I just don't want these people stabbing us in the back, quite literally. If they manage to slip, if any of them manage to give this ship a slip.
Well, but they think that we are the Soggy Bottom. Because we are flying the colors and hid our...
It doesn't matter who they're... I'm talking about when we actually get to the island. If any of these people are still free to do whatever they want because we've let their ship leave or whatever.
Or board us, says Captain Locke.
Or board us.
Board us after you've left.
Right. I say we go for the helm.
Okay.
That's my thought. I don't know. I don't know how anybody else feels.
Go for it.
Yeah, I mean, screw it. We need to get them. They need to get closer anyway. Might as well go for the big shot. Sure. I can be on board with this.
Yeah.
Let's do this. Who feels lucky?
I guess I will.
Who rolled that? Who rolled that?
Right, Rhodia.
Right? Yeah, boy. Hot diggity dog.
Oh boy.
Amazing.
24 damage.
Yeah, boy.
Not that it mattered. There's another boom, but when the cloud of wood particles vanishes, there is no more wheel. Just this big hole kind of eaten out of the aft castle.
Okay, maybe we can start turning perpendicular now, so they can never ram us.
But it is their turn, and a ballista shot comes careening towards your sails. Misses them.
Oh, thank God.
Oh boy.
A second one. Misses them. And a third. Misses them. Oh! Your turn.
What do we do?
Let's move
I don't know
perpendicular. Even if they hit our sails, as long as we are perpendicular to their direction, they cannot ram, which is the important part.
That's true.
We'll still we'll still be in range of them for quite a while in that case, though.
Right, and they might take our sails out, but I know, but they can still target the helm, though. Fuck.
Yeah, like if we're moving what 25 feet, 30 feet right now.
Yeah,
you're moving 30 feet right now.
We would need to take 30 move actions in order to be outside of their range if we move directly perpendicular to them.
Yeah, but then at that point, probably they're gonna hit the helm with 30 actions.
yeah, it's basically.
Well,
I think,
if we stay,
I think we can get outside or make sure that they can't close in on.
Yeah.
Man.
We want to keep them out of 200 feet. Yeah, I guess we should start hitting the boat.
Yeah, I guess we're just gonna sink this one.
And if we get close enough, I can try and capsize it.
Yeah, let's go for it.
How far is the capsize distance?
300.
Ooh, but however, remember, guys, that for ships you have to make at least 15 points of damage. Otherwise, it's null.
Yeah,
That's
this thing does an average of 26, so or
Alright.
25ish, so it's gonna be unlikely to not.
Okay. So let's
Possible,
go
but
for.
unlikely.
Let's just keep peppering the hole. Maybe that will.
Deter them.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, maybe now we go for the ballista and the mangonel. That way they can't hit us.
That's good.
That's
That's good, actually. Yeah, that's a good point.
Let's go for the mangonel first.
Yeah.
I was gonna
Okay.
say the ballista because that's less.
Yeah,
That's 2 shots.
suppose we need 6 hits basically in order to take out both of them. We're in range, long range of both of them currently. They're not even using the ballista now. If we spend 4 turns, we're going to take the ballista or the mangonel off the table there. They'll be doing less damage at least.
They just used the ballista 3 times.
The ballista or the mangonel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
No, they
shot
just
with
used the ballista.
The ballista has a higher chance to hit.
Yeah. Let's take the ballista. Let's shoot the 2 turns to the ballista.
Sure.
All right. I'll do 1.
Miss.
Oh, so close.
Oh no, I'll do 1. I'll try 1. Come on.
Oh,
A
nice!
hit with a hit with a 20. Go ahead and roll damage.
Ooh,
28.
Nice.
Dang.
Good job.
Alright.
Good job.
It's good.
Oh, that crit is so.
It would have been so nice.
Ugh. It's mean. It's mean, is what it is.
And who's rolling that? Oh, okay. That was your 2 attacks.
Yeah, that's
Those
our
are-
2.
Okay. 3 mangonel shots come from this enemy ship, targeting
Oh no!
targeting your hull.
Eh,
Damn it.
Your hull takes an additional 29 damage.
Ick.
Oh shit.
That was just the first shot.
Mhm. Yeah.
A miss
Ooh,
Oh,
thank God.
and a miss.
miss.
Oh,
Oh,
thank God.
God.
All right. It is your turn.
1 ship,
One
1
ship.
ballista? Or just 2 ships?
I'm very strongly now for us hopping off the boat. I think we can sabotage their weapons while the Sea Ghost gets away because I don't like being at 2/3 hull strength because this is just the first boat battle that we're dealing with for the time being.
Yeah, that's a good point. But so we just tell the captain keep moving away, and
Yeah.
then. All right. I mean, I'm down for that.
Now, as far as our swimming options go, Rhodey is already attuned to the Helm of Underwater action. We have a cloak that doesn't need anything, Nerissa who can swim naturally, and then we're down a person. Although
Baron's got the
Mariner armor.
She
Mariner
does.
scale mail.
You're right.
Ooh, could I get the manta ray cloak? Cause
You
I
do
think
move
it looks-
fastest, yeah.
yeah. But
I
Illich, you
can-
can turn into water animal or not yet?
I can turn into a water animal, but I can't cast spells while I am wild shaped. Which is not the biggest deal. But
What if Argos grabs you and like synchronized swimming like pulls you off as he's swimming, so
Yes.
you're like able to shoot.
I guess that could be like a grab and then drag, which would be like half movement.
I mean, how much can you carry? She could just piggyback on you. We're talking swimming with magical power swimming ability.
True.
If you are basically moving another player, I'm going to do it like
Have that movement.
like you're grapple dragging.
Yeah, okay.
The boats will be
half
doing most of the
movement
moving
60
anyway.
is 30.
Half movement is
so
still 30, which is like the natural movement of Nerissa almost, and
And
yeah,
Rhodia.
that's true.
Roy, say it wouldn't cause any issues actually. Yeah.
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 All right. Let's send the torpedo squad into the ship.
So, you turn to Captain Locke, say, all right, remember the plan, and then you jump off the side of the Sea Ghost and into the water, and that is where we're going to end for the evening.
As
fair.
five shadows approach in formation towards the ship.
And yeah.
No.
That was, I know it was uncharted territory, but genuinely that was such a very interesting mixed feelings of battle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get used to like the high pace, PvP type of micro scale, but then now it's like longer scales, and it's like
Yeah.
So-
Doing full, running around on a ship's deck in a single turn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go moving to a macro scale.
Yeah, good job, James. That was pretty good.
I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. It was very. This was pretty experimental.
Those are the best kind of sessions. When it works, of course.
Yeah. Oh man, Farron's got a fun little adventure to be jumping back into.
Do we get a style points for synchronized swimming towards the ship?
Yeah. You
Rock
get
on.
3 style points.
Yay.
Nice.
You can trade that in at the game store to buy new skins.
New
for
skins,
your
exactly. I mean, that's good because the October skins are coming, and those are the best ones.
True. But that was very interesting. I had a very different idea of how that would go down. But this is going to be very interesting. I wonder if I can edit. I wonder if I can edit these boats at all.
How do you mean? What are you looking to do?
So your plan is going to be climb aboard this pirate ship.
Yeah, I think.
But I'm until I can figure out why Dungeon Draft isn't working for me, I've basically been borrowing old maps and kind of like going into Paint Editor and like shifting them around. Like when you fought the Sahagin, the top deck of the ship was just the full map that I made that one time, but I like cut out the aft and the foredeck, the forecastle and aft castle, and just sort of like superimposed them over the main deck, and then then copied that image and like and you saw like the blue color was a different color on the map. So
that's about my Photoshop skills. So
yeah. But you're gonna be climbing aboard a different ship, and now it's like, how am I gonna make this look piratey?
Skulls everywhere.
I guess. I don't know. Or I can just figure out why Dungeon Draft's not working.
That is a bummer.
Is it not loading, or what is the problem that you're encountering?
So I launch it, and it pulls up to sort of like the start page, where you'd be like, cool, now I'm going to load up something, or I'm going to do a new thing. And it sits there for maybe a second or two, and then it just closes.
Huh. That's peculiar.
Have you contacted the team? Be like, yo.
I haven't yet.
Hmm.
I'm going to look into that.
All right. Well.
But anyway. Thank you all for playing.
Can I?
Yay!
There wasn't a whole lot of role playing, but I did like Elix's and Argos's thing.
Mm-hmm.
Are we still doing inspiration nominations? Because I like,
Ooh.
you know, I like when Argos gets challenged.
I enjoyed the. I would have nominated Nerissa for the Rhodia joke.
Oh yeah, you're right.
I will give Ilix and Argos inspiration.
Oh, but also nice.
I already have inspiration. Can I pass it to Nerissa?
No.
Okay.
Oh. Boo.
All right. Understandable, Mr. DM.
All right, I'm gonna go and end the recording there.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, follow, blah, 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 blah.